One of the strategies that we use in grade 5 for long division is called repeated subtraction. For the problem 926 divided by 4, we look at our 926, we look at our hundreds place value, and we're looking for multiples of 100 or 10. Because the digit in the hundreds place value is bigger than the divisor, we're going to be looking for multiples of 100. So very first off, we can think about 4 times something will get me close to 900. And if we can only think about 4 times 100, I start there. So I put my 100 over here. I think about 100 times 4 is 400. So I take that away from my whole number, and I'm left with 526. So the number in the hundreds now is still bigger than our divisor, so I know that I can take another 100 out of there. So I can start with my 100 over here again. 100 times 4 is 400, and I subtract again. Now I have 126. The number in my hundreds is less than my divisor, so I need to think about this whole number as 126. So can I think of a multiple of 10 now that I can multiply by 4 to get close to 126? So I could start by using a 10 and making sure my place value over here is lined up. 10 times 4 is 40, and I'm still left with 86. So I still have 86. Now this is a more manageable number to work with. I know that 20 times 4 is 80. So then I can put my 20 over here. 20 times 4, 80. I subtract. I'm left with 6. Now I have a number that's in the ones place value. So I'm dealing with a multiple that's in the ones place value. So how many times can I multiply? What can I multiply 4 by to get close to 6? Well, that's 1. 1 times 4 is 4, and I'm left with 2. So I have to make sure that all of my numbers on this side are lined up in place value order, and then I add them all up. 1. And this is my remainder. I can't forget that. That's remainder 2. So my answer is 231 remainder 2. Now, if you'd like to try to do this in less steps over here, and initially we can think about 4 times something gets me close to 900. Well, I know that I can take 4 times 200 and get 800. So then I start over here with my 200, multiply that by 4, and I take away 800 to take away my extra step right here. So then I'm left with 126. And I try to think about 4 times something is going to get me close to 126. When here I started with a 10, now I know that I can start with a 30. 30 times 4 is 120. Take that away, and then I do my last step, 4 and 6, goes once. And it's the same thing over here. We have to make sure our place values are lined up, and we don't forget our remainder. And it's the same. So this one was done in less steps because I knew the multiples of 100 to get me the closest without going over. And if I wasn't quite sure, I could do it in more multiple steps. And the main thing that you need to remember is to make sure that the place values on this side are lined up properly, so when you add them, you get them in the right order.